Hello and welcome to another episode of Stock Shots. Please remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just giving my opinion based on some things I see, like support and resistance, supply and demand, and of course, some indicators that may be on the screen. So always do your own due diligence. Make sure you educate yourself and always look to the left because we're looking at things that have already happened. Think about what things may do in the future. So this is another episode of Stock Shots. Welcome.
All right, let's get started with the C fund as usual. We're in the weekly time frame, and you can tell we are still bouncing around in this area currently. So we came up here, we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Okay, then we had a big drop this week, and we closed an area right there. So in that area is a gap in the daily time frame. That daily gap has now been filled, so we can get rid of that. This area here is still counting as support down here at 58.69. And we are just bouncing around, consolidating. At this point, we have a strong red candle here. Very, very strong selling volume. Now, last time we had it was right over here on this candle back here on December 16th, the week of December 16th. We had two green candles and another red. Is this going to play out? Because the candles look very similar. The action looks very similar. So we may have a green week next week. That would be in line. So we just bounced off of a trend line. All right. This trend line here is going right up. So this goes in accordance. All right. Like I said, I really don't think this is going to be a technical, not a technical issue, but the reason the market will go down will probably not be a technical one. It's probably going to be a fundamental one based on news. And it's going to be probably the next, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks tops. I really don't see it going all the way up here. I can see maybe two more candles filling this area, and then we probably will get a break to the downside. Unless we have some extremely good news to push us up for the C fund. I'm just saying once again, I'm still in the G fund. Okay. I'm not even gonna play around with this. I'm cool not making every dollar, just making my dollars. So that's it for the C fund. I will turn on the algo, see what it says. We're currently under a 14-day moving average. If we continue to the downside, I would say this would be my next area of support, and that would be down here, of course, at 5,700. To go further, I would just say here, I use the 48-day moving average. That's at 56.51. So that's it for the C fund this week. Let's go over to the S fund. S fund is essentially doing the same thing, but it has already broken down. It's a different type of pattern here. So we're pretty much looking at a bullish flag. All right. So if you don't know what that is, we have a flagpole here. Then we have our flag, which is going down this way. All right. After the flag goes down, you're looking for a break to the upside. So essentially, that's what we're looking for. Let's see. Hmm, hmm, hmm. So I'm looking for that type of movement. But generally, this is the thing. Both of these pretty much move in step with each other. It's just a question of how much in step. This is what I would expect based on the price action here. But at the same time, I want to make sure you understand this. See how this trend line is drawn? You should change your trend lines as they go. So currently, now I have this. It came up and we hit this area. So I have a pennant. Same thing happened in the daily time frame with the S fund. We had a gap down here. It was filled this week. We're going to get rid of it. We are still now bouncing off this area here at 2205. That is our resistance or our support right now. And it looks like we may get 2, maybe 3 weeks in here as well. This one is a little bit more uncertain. So if you look up a flag pattern, you'll notice that if I had kept this here like this, I could be biasing myself to the upside. In all actuality, I have to go with current price action is giving me. It's not a flag to the upside right now. This is a flag which it doesn't know which way it's going to go. So all I can say is if it goes to the upside, it's probably going to go right here. And that's at the 2389. If it goes to the downside, it's most likely going to break this current support and go here to 2100. Currently, the way the market's going, the way just the way you already know what I'm going to say. The world in general, nothing really is pushing me to say things are going to go up at the current time. There's a lot of news out. If you read the news, it can bias you a lot. Um, but if you just watch the news, it's going to bias you even more. I mean, it's hard to say what's better: listening to the news, watching the news, reading the news, hearing news, or just going based off the charts. Currently, the charts are I don't know. All right, so let's go to the bond fund. Now, currently in the bond fund, if you haven't noticed, this thing is doing good. Over the last week, we've hit that next support area, which is right here. And we're bouncing off this resistance area here at 99. So we broke this and went up to here. So if you have not noticed this, bond markets are doing well. Why? Because I'll put it this way, people are scared. There's a lot of people that do not know what's going on. When you don't know what's going on, there's going to be two places the money usually goes. Places where usually a sanctuary, and bonds is one of them. Gold is another. So on our video for the exchange this week, we want to talk about some gold stocks you can invest in. So check it out. Um, there'll be a link for that video here in this video. So check it out and see what you think. Currently, the bond market is looking good. I'm probably going to be putting my money in the bond market. You only can do what you can do with what you got. And what I got is access to this. I just got my buy signal for the week. So all hands on deck. I got a three-way green light. So that means I got green here and my RSI / MACD combo. I'm above my 48-day moving average. I'm above my 14-day moving average. I'm doing good. I'm cool with that. And with this being said, my price target for this, since I now in the weekly time frame, this is important, weekly time frame. I only do movement in my TSP based on weekly times. My next price target is here at 102. That's based on the 200-day moving average. And here, the next big area that should provide some resistance is up here also at 102. So it coincides with what I already think. So I'm good to go with this. Next one, we got the International Fund. And with that one, this one is doing a little pause. All right, it had a buy signal back here. I wasn't too confident in it. Currently, I'm just not confident in the International Fund, but I will say this: in the weekly time frame, it was a huge selling volume that appeared here, but we got a small candle. So this actually could be a great time to get in. This could just be a pullback to the upside because I am above all my moving averages. I got green down here. I got a three-way go. So I may do a combination of bond fund and international fund at this time. Maybe I'm just going to put it in the bond fund, to be honest with you. I want to see how this looks. I'm going to break this down to the daily time frame. I'm still looking good. This is in a consolidation. So if I have consolidation, I really don't want to put money in it. I want to wait until it breaks the consolidation. And that just means I am not going to put money in here so it just bounces around. I want money to go up. So as soon as it breaks this about 82.61, or really should I say 82.98. So when it breaks that, I could be happy putting money in here. So that's what I'll be looking for. A break of that 82.61 to 82.61, 83.03. That's pretty much what my line in the sand there. So that's what we got this week for TSP breakdowns. I hope you learned something. If you did, give me a like. Why not? I'm giving out free game. If you want to learn how I do this or why I do this, go to the websites down below. And of course, we have some books that can help you with starting out investing and, of course, learning about your TSP. If you don't know when you can take it out, how you can take it out, if you need to take it out, why should you leave it in, the ways you should put it in, and how you should invest it, the information is there for you. So Once again, thanks for watching. See you next week.